What's up, y'all? It's MasterAquatics and I'm bringing you guys another video. You know how I do. So I've seen a few YouTubers making these videos where they will go on Craigslist and they will go through the pet for sale section and they will go through ads of people trying to rehome their pets. Obviously their pets have outgrown the habitat that they put them in. Obviously the people that got these pets didn't put too much thought long term into these pets, and pretty much they just go and react to these ads. And I thought, hey, you know, I want to do that too. So here it is, except mine's going to be focusing on fish and not any other animals. So let's go. Alright y'all, 30-gallon fish tank and stand, everything included, $125. So at the bottom it says beautiful 30-gallon fish tank with stand. It includes the tank stand with storage, filter, light, 2 goldfish, 1 angelfish, 1 cory cat, rocks and decorations, fish food and cleaning supplies. Very easy to maintain. We've had for 3 years and never had to do a water change. What? That is so crazy. You know what? I want to know the secret to this tank, because even though I don't agree with them keeping goldfish with that angelfish, the water, at least to me, the water looks pretty good. Let me get a close-up photo. Yeah, I mean, the water looks good. Their filtration must be on point. You know, a lot of people say that goldfish are notorious for being like dirty fish and messy fish. So what kind of products are they using? And why do they have like dog supplies in their fish tank cabinet? I don't know. I guess they ran out of room. But I mean, that's amazing. They must have been doing water changes on this, or I want to know what kind of filtration they have. Wait, they do show us the filtration. They have a Tetra Whisper filter, I believe. Okay, well, Tetra, you know, you doing some good things out here in the hobby. But man, those are some big goldfish, and that is a decent sized angelfish. I'm surprised the angelfish and the goldfish lived in there for so long together, and I don't see a heater in there, so that angelfish is a trooper, because angelfish, in my experience, if I didn't have a heater, they would die on me. So their house must be around 75 degrees at all times, because goldfish can't do well in in warm water, and angelfish can't do well in low temperatures. So it must be right smack dab in the middle. This person got extremely lucky, but still, even though this isn't the worst aquarium or the worst ad on here, the setup is the worst. But amazingly, it all worked out for these fish. So kudos to them for making it work. And I'm also glad that they are trying to rehome these fish. This goldfish is beautiful though. It's a really nice looking goldfish. So I don't know how they did it, guys, but I don't recommend that you guys get a 30-gallon tank and put 2 goldfish and an angelfish in there. That's not a good idea, guys. So if you're watching this, please don't replicate what these people did. These people, they got lucky. You probably won't get so lucky. So alright, so even though this fish tank is obviously not doing so good, because you can tell from the low water level here, anytime you go to somebody's house and you see the water level like that low, it's because they haven't been doing maintenance on the tank. Someone that does daily water changes on their fish tank and takes care of their fish tank would never leave their water that low unless they absolutely had to. But this water, it looks terrible and the water level is low, but I can't get over how cool this thing looks. I wonder if they made that themselves or if they bought that. They must have made that themselves, or they had somebody that made it for them. But check out the platinum angelfish in there. Hopefully it's not with any goldfish. I really like this concept. It's really cool, but again, the water level is kind of low, so that kind of bothers me a little bit. But it says cool and unique aquarium with angelfish, $50. And the reason why this person was selling it is because he said that he has to do some traveling and he can't take care of it. So I think that's what happened, is that hopefully the reason behind this is that before he got this job, he had this fish tank and he was taking care of it, and now he can't because of his job. So that's unfortunate. But if it's the other way around, where he had this job and he knew he was going to be traveling and then he got this fish tank, that's you not really thinking long term and valuing that fish's life. But either way, again, he's trying to rehome the fish, trying to do a good thing. So if you guys ever want to rehome your fish but you can't sell whatever it is that you have, just donate it to a local fish store, or if it's a really big fish, you can go to like Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's. I'm not sure if you guys have one of those in your state. There should be some places around you where you can donate your big fish. You just got to do a little bit of research. Alright y'all, this is the worst ad that I came across on Craigslist, okay? And you're about to find out why. Fish! $150. Have 4 orandas, 1 albino Oscar, and 1 large shark for sale. Comes with a 29-gallon tank, all less than a year old, and a large sucker fish. $150 firm. I'm sorry for doing that voice, but just with it all being in all caps, that's just the voice that comes to my head whenever I was reading that. But guys, did you guys listen to what I just said? A 29-gallon tank, okay, with 4 oranda goldfish, a shark. I don't even know what kind of fish that is, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be stuffed and crammed in a 29-gallon tank. You can't even have an Oscar by itself in this tank, y'all. Like, this is horrible. This is horrible. Please, guys, if you guys plan on having a fish in a 29-gallon tank, make sure that it's not gonna outgrow the 29-gallon tank. And who puts Oscars with goldfish? Okay, you don't do that. You know, Oscars cannot be with goldfish. Goldfish cannot be with Oscars. Plecos, you can pretty much put plecos with anything. Plecos, they're hard to kill, to be honest, guys. But whatever this shark is, and these goldfish, and that Oscar back there, they should not be together. And the water just looks foul. It looks dirty. These people obviously have never kept fish before, and they had way too much time and money on their hands, and they decided to spend money without really researching and thinking about what they were doing. Maybe they were just getting it for their kids or for a family member just to make them happy. That's what happens most of the time, is that parents, they want to do something nice for the kids, and they're doing it out of good intentions, okay? I know that, but still, I mean, don't be ignorant to doing just a little bit of research. Even I do research, and I still mess up, and you guys know that. And even I know not to put an Oscar in a 29-gallon tank. I mean, like, what's wrong with these people? Like, come on. But anyways, they're getting rid of it, so at least, you don't know, I guess I can give them some brownie points for trying to rehome these fish. Alright, so the next Craigslist ad that we have here, it says 65-gallon fish tank, $400. Need gone by Sunday night or Monday morning. Obviously, the person that's selling this tank is selling it because they bought this tank for somebody. That person decided to no longer be responsible and care for these pets. It was probably a father trying to make their kids happy, or a girlfriend or a wife, or maybe vice versa, who knows. This was bought for somebody, and they decided to stop taking care of it, because I mean, you can tell the water quality has just gone down the drain. They've let their fish grow, and it looks like now they're trying to get rid of it at the last second. I mean, why is the water so cloudy? I know it's not because that person just did a water change, because the water level is kind of low. And on top of that, you got all these like goofy decorations in here. Like, I know my 125-gallon tank doesn't look the best, but I at least don't have these fake colorful plants. And I don't know what this person was doing with this tank, but yeah, they definitely need to try to rehome these fish to somebody that's gonna give these fish a more comfortable life. I say comfortable because the fish seem to be doing well, even though this tank is borderline overstocked, but they don't seem like they're in any danger or anything like that. You don't see any fish in here floating upside down or gasping at the surface for air or anything like that. So, but one of the biggest issues here is $400 for that. No, dude, I would not pay $600 for that. Dude, get out of here. That is way too much for a 65-gallon tank. That's way too much. Get out of here with that price, dude. No one's gonna buy that crappy fish tank for $400. Alright, next Craigslist ad. It says 2 giant pacu fish, $150. Male and female, over 1.5 feet long. Huge! Yeah, they are huge. I mean, look at these guys. These guys look like they can barely turn in that tank. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, talk crap about this person, but they were probably those people that went into the store and they saw some cute little pacus and they were like, oh, I want to get those and put them in a fish tank, and they didn't do their research, or maybe they thought they had a plan where they can house them long term and it didn't fall through, so now they're wanting to rehome these fish and give them a better home, possibly. I mean, at least they didn't go out and try to set them free in the wild like most people do. If you go to Florida, these fish are all over the public waters out there, so you know, a lot of things could have happened for them to want to give these guys up. But either way, if you guys plan on getting a pacu, just know pacus get really big, bigger than most aquarium fish, and they will potentially cause you harm. If you decide one day that you want to stick your hand in there and maybe try to clean the tank, they might mistake your finger for some fruits or for some nuts. They got some pretty gnarly teeth, so they can do some serious damage to you. So be aware to all the people watching this video right now, do not get a pacu unless you're ready to house some pretty monster sized fish. I recommend that you only get pacus if you have a pond or if you have a tank that's over like 300 gallons. You can always get fish that get really big as long as you plan on rehousing them into a bigger tank in the future. Let's move on to the next ad. Alright, so the last one that I have here I thought was pretty funny and cool. This person is selling a fish/reptile tank with a custom design. Obviously you guys know what that is. It says here 20-gallon fish or reptile tank, quote unquote custom painted tank and painted on the outside so it won't harm inhabitants, asking $45. I thought this was funny because he has marijuana leaves painted on the back. Funny thing is that you can tell this guy gets the munchies because you got some Frito bag chips down here, you got some candy canes, not sure what else is in there, but hey, I'm not judging anybody that smokes the devil's lettuce, but if you do that, that's cool. I'm not judging. I thought this one was funny, so I decided to include it in the video. Nothing wrong with this ad. I thought it was unique and I thought it was funny.